They are still catching my convoys, unfortunately. And because I got destroyers here, I'm getting reports of where I'm losing them, I think. Like, I'm not getting any reports for losses here. Say goodbye to all the Dutch East Indian units. Troops are just throwing troops away. I mean, that's what they do. Unfortunately, when the Dutch East Indies does capitulate, which they're still a long way from doing, then I'm going to have all of these Japanese troops coming after me. Germany's coming. Aha, good. They'll probably arrive and immediately turn away again, but hey, I appreciate the intention. Still haven't taken that province. Like, I don't think you've pushed a single province yet. And the French unit's completely full strength. Just stop doing it, please, just stop! Battleship organization, capital ship armor, yes please. Still losing transports. New ships arrive. The new ships built in the 1934 naval plan have joined the glorious Ostasian fleet in Singapore. Ooh, what I get? Ooh, 8 more destroyers. Sweet. Are they any good? Oh, they're the old T2s. So these don't have anti-submarine warfare, so we do want to refit them and upgrade them. And we will make sure that that happens quickly. As soon as these are completed. That also means that I need to reduce my order by 8. Which is actually requiring just 1 more. Sweet. Oh, and we still have the new battleship and the new light cruisers to come in. We are so lucky that Japan has not naval invaded us. So lucky. You're well on the way to getting Seawolf, and then you can get Silent Hunter. You haven't actually started anything yet. So you do now have 3 battleships, but if as soon as I send you to sea, we're out of oil. That's the downside here. I'm kind of amazed you're managing to beat Siam, even though you have enough troops for like half the front line. Yeah, me too. I suspect it's simply the fact that I've got SPGs in all of my units. So even though my units don't look very strong, they hit like a freaking truck. 174 base soft attack before any modifiers. And also just experience, like Rommel is a phenomenal commander, even though he doesn't have very many traits yet. We're getting there, slowly but surely. 90% hill fighter, and then once we have that, we can get improv expert because he's already got trickster. And then we have the 10% extra movement speed, which is huge. I mean, it's even more huge when you're actually able to move faster, but it's a big deal. Get here before he does. Then I can attack that. Beautiful! Killing 2 units right there. Overrun. Lost all of the planning preparation already, unfortunately, but that was a important battle to win. Ooh, and so is this. Ostasian Merchant Navy. So now we have sufficient convoys, so I don't need to build anymore. Land Doctrine. Oh, this gets me more troops. Of course they do. Oh, we're definitely doing this. Our army should embody the spirit of the warriors that won us the Weltkrieg, strict discipline and military honor of the highest level. East Asia just lost, or Indonesia just lost 5 submarines. Ouch. Hellfrack! How did Ukraine get there? Get where? I didn't attack Siam. Japan declared war on the Dutch. The Dutch joined the Reichspakt. Eventually were called... the Dutch eventually called Germany into the war against Japan, which called me in because I'm a puppet. Then Siam joined the Co-Prosperity Sphere, which is Japan's side. Japan called them into the war, so I'm now at war with Siam and Germany. Siam and Japan. I did not start either of them. Japan might be too afraid of the subs to do naval invasions right now. That is true. And a lot of the transports that we're catching might well be Marines. We are losing submarines. We will need to start doing some replacements. Might well be worth upgrading subs, because we do have the plus 200%. Oh no, we don't for submarines. Can we research that? No. Yes. Yes, we can. And we should. It's only a 35 day. Unfortunately, that's a 70, and so is that. We need to finish these. I'm more afraid of the land situation, although Siam is dying. Quite effectively. How many troops has Siam lost? 130,000. I've lost 48,000. Blimey. I'm surprised I have the manpower for that. Don't attack, just hold those two provinces. Then I need to worry about you, but that's the only place. Okay. Haha. Decision time. Desperate defense, a modern blitzkrieg. Ordinarily, I don't give desperate defense a second thought. But we might well need the rocket wheelchairs. The rocket launcher wheelchairs. Which is one of my favourite icons, by the way. Recruitable population. We've got to. We have to. Manpower is such a crippling issue for us. And actually the great thing about this shortening of the lines is that my tiny front line is actually starting to be worth a lot more. Because the problem was when it was so bulbous is I had a really big front line. Right now, not so much. How many provinces are there here? 1, 2, 3. You only need 3 units. Meanwhile, Japan is really pushing us down here, which is very annoying. But actually, it's a good thing that Japan's pushing me in towards Malaya, because that is an area I can defend. Oh, bloody hell, guys. What's Ventieng doing after this? Suppress the bandits, collect the harvest, which is here. Unification by negotiation. This is not the pro-Japan. That's a lot of decisions being unlocked. Okay, interesting, interesting. So we might well not have a war against Viking. It's unlikely they'll go against Japan, but I don't think they'll join them either. Which is a really good thing.
Alright.
Thank you!
Alright.
Oh, naval invasion. Islands, don't care. This is the one I'm worried about.
Abstand halten. Abstand halten. Zuhören.
Bangkok, I was there. We're on the outskirts. How close is Siam? No, not very. How close are they to capitulation, please? Please be close. Improve computing machine. Let's get the decryption and encryption so we can keep the positives there. I should also double check to see what I am importing, because right now I'm buying far too much steel. And I'm going to buy one more oil. Actually, that doesn't cost me anything. Soviet Russia took 12 states. Okay. How's the war over here going? Oh, they finally stopped attacking. Thank goodness. And they are attacking heavily down here, but that's fine. Meanwhile, two Sicilies have actually pushed back one of their provinces, and those aren't easy ones to fight over, so well done. Meanwhile, our submarines are still kicking us and taking names, though we did lose a couple there. That's what I meant this is. Alright, I've got to admit, this is really bugging me. All of these icons are wrong. Keep looking at this, I'm like, what are those? Oh right, boats. This icon means task force. Not the weird tank shape. Not quite sure why there's a tank at sea, but hey. I'll leave that one though, because now I know that those are the ones that are being refitted. And we are doing that increasingly quickly. We're now up to 4 battleships ready for duty. Good. Carry on.
Alright. Alright.
Yeah, we've lost half the submarine fleet, but that's not really unexpected. They were tier 1s. Losing a lot of submarines was acceptable losses. Once I start building the advanced subs, I'm just going to be undetectable. That's when the game gets a bit easy, although they have nerfed them. Yeah, thank you, Shadowhawk. I know I need to get AA. Electronic warfare for me always takes priority. AA is going to have to be when this is done. Once we've got the Sonderkraftfahrzeug, then we can get AA.
Befehle.
Vientiane to 22 states, Nanjing have been annexed. Oh! Disappointed! Oh, got caught up again. Damn it.
Ihre Befehle.
Go there. Oh, that also means that I'm going to lose a bunch of my factories because they're not exporting them to me anymore. Oh, I was only actually getting 5. 6, 7. Although, more to the point, yeah, I was getting like 15 civilians. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Okay. I did what I could. There is not anything else that I could have done in that situation. So I'm not going to be too upset. The AOG remnants. With the complete eradication of the Nanjing clique, the chapter of Germany's influence in China appears to have come to an end. We're doing our best to absorb the displaced AOG administration in our remaining concessions, but the reality of the loss of our Asian influence is hard to come to grips with. At least we have Tsingtao. Yeah. I know that this is scary. There's nothing I can do about it, so I'm not even going to worry. What? We lost the 2 crappy units I had there. Well, that's irritating. You have not been attacked once. This is safe to do. Yeah, I think at this point it probably is. South Africa's joined the Entente. Okay. Malaysia needs to be held.
Achtung! Befehle! Zuhören!
If and when I take out Siam, our resources will be increased fairly substantially. But this is taking longer than I would have liked, I will admit. Okay, you started attacking Bangkok, though not very successfully. You're also basically out of planning preparation.
Befehle! Zuhören!
Japan is investing a lot of troops in attacking us down here. And here. Can't even see how many there. 12 divisions of infantry, for example. Ouch. And the Japanese are definitely no pushovers. This is painful. This is all very painful. There's a lot of Germans arriving. I just really hope that they decide to stay. Ah! It's back! Oh, you sweet, sweet thing. I wonder what caused that. Germany must have more than 25,000 manpower. I have to have less than 10,000. I've had that for quite a long time. One more, one more, one more! Yes! Ah! Japan's lost 600,000 troops. Mostly to me. Probably at sea. Raiding might be more effective than we first thought. I mean, just look at the stats from the multiplayer Greece game. And think that I was by far and away the most effective killer at sea using submarines. Subs are very, very strong if you don't protect against them properly. And unfortunately, the AI doesn't. Mostly because that requires preparation. Okay, you have done what I asked you to do. So I'm going to cancel your current objective. I'm going to say you have one objective now, and that is that. You...
Angetreten!
I want to take this. Wait, only 2 divisions?
Bereit zum
I'm
Ausrücken.
going to take that, and then I'll give you another division, which will be this guy. Alright, so you have 3 divisions. Then you are going to halt. And we will start off this plan. Now, did you get enough experience to get Thorough Planner? Pfft, no. Short answer, no. Long answer, still no. Artillery Specialist. Oh. Oh. Apparently SPGs count as artillery, not tanks. Okay, that's good to know. Still doesn't quite explain why I've not been getting armor experience from those 2, though. But hey, getting artillery specialist, and if artillery counts for SPGs as well, fantastic. Bonus. If Germany's throwing all their troops down there, are they leaving the French front unprotected? This is not all of them. Germany has a lot of troops. Okay, so 1940 AA. Russian discipline's taking a long freaking time.
Vorrücken!
At least this is another cut-off.
Befehle?
Okay, good. You're all assigned to the correct front. That's a cut-off right there. Bangkok's currently a successful assault. Trying to move out, but we'll get them trapped. Bangkok's worth what, 15? Cracks are appearing. And Dutch East Indies... Ah, Germany is starting to arrive in big numbers to protect Malaya. And we have shipyards available. That is a very good sign, because that means most of the refits are finished. In fact, all of them are. Go join that fleet, please. Fall of Bangkok. Earlier today, the victorious German soldiers marched through the streets of Bangkok after fierce fighting for most of the day. Most of the buildings along the Ratchadamon Road were ruined by the artillery barrage from the German East Asia warships anchored outside the Grand Palace. And the Reichskriegsflagge flag is now raised over the Anta Samakom throne hall that was used by the Siamese government for their parliament. Many pro-German elements within the Siamese government are rumoured to have been seen with Admiral Helmuth von Mucke discussing post-war position for themselves under the new German order as the remaining Siamese troops retreat towards the countryside. Those new troop focuses take so long while you're at war. Yeah, I know. It's all the pausing and returning. Alright, we need to upgrade our metal imports. We have more than enough convoys. And we've gained 3 military factories. Okay, what are we short in? Infantry equipment and SPs. Definitely want some more SPs going. And then I guess infantry equipment. That is, however, going to require more steel. How's the fuel situation? Fuel situation is fine.
Achtung! Ausrücken! Ihre Befehle!
Oh, they can penetrate armor. One of them can. Oh no, both of them, I think. Nope, just one. That's probably because of the shortage of SPs. And also the fact they're probably just adding AT to their units now, having seen what I'm using. That's good. Actually,
Befehle.
cancelling this order, I want you to push through to here. From Bangkok.
Ihre Befehle.
And Germany's arrived in pretty hefty numbers to protect the northern front of this. The Austrian Confederation claims northern Borneo. The Australasian government, pursuing a revanchist policy in what it calls the Anderson Doctrine, has laid claim on northern Borneo. No doubt at the prompting of the White Raja, the man who was used to run the kingdom of Sarawak as his own personal playground and would like to see it restored. Whether that is true, or whether the Australasian Confederation intends to press their claims or not, remains to be seen. The other thing we will need to do at some point is start actually making some aircraft. The thing I don't like about aircraft, though, is it's a manpower drain. It's a huge manpower drain, potentially. Prussian discipline. Enlist the military police. Currently, the military police exist in a generally informal state, with only small arms that they use on patrol. As we're in need of extra men, we should seek to arm these military police units and incorporate them as auxiliaries. Can't you cut off the north? That's exactly what I'm planning to do. Because this would be one massive cut-off.
Angetreten.
Just take a quick look at you, see if you have any other promotions that you can get. Ooh, very close to fleet protection. Can you get Seawolf? Yes, you can. Torpedo reveal chance reduction for sure. Excellent. This is a really big boost. So he's going to be basically invisible. With Concealment Expert and Silent Hunter, suddenly his submarines, we're going to suffer far fewer casualties, even with only level 1s. In fact, we could just now churn out level 1 subs. He says as he loses 2. The other thing is, how are we doing with the regular refits? January, January, January. So 4 months we get these 3. And then our surface fleet is ready for duty. It's taken a while to get here, but we are there. Now we just need to hope that Germany doesn't randomly leave that front. Yeah, I know.
Angetreten.
I'm not getting telephones as quickly as I would have liked. Oh, it's because we still have the attaché for the AUS. Oh, that's just decreasing the maximum, though. Oh, and they're kicking ass and taking names. Good. Friedrich von Kessinger falls ill. That's my Marine commander. Fritz Bayerlein could take command. No, I'm going to leave Kessinger there because he's not actually doing anything. He's just kind of there. Meanwhile, oh no, he's being attacked.
Angetreten.
Okay, we're ready. Let's do this.